So let's go. Also, I'm on a new video cable, so the quality should be a lot better for the most part. What the? So this is Herdy Gerdy. It's my favorite game of all time. Actually, I'm gonna change it back real quick. There we go. I just changed the interlacing because some interlacing looks worse than others. But yeah, so Herdy Gerdy is a 3D platformer hybrid where instead of platforming is the main goal in collecting, you collect, platform, and herd animals into various pens, depending on the type of creature, using magical instruments no less. The game is notoriously difficult, as a lot of people will say. Now timer will start as soon as you gain control of Gerdy, and I'll tell Capri when. If I world record, we'll be way ahead of schedule. The timer starts after the intro cutscene, Jasper. Oh, you're talking about that. Okay, I thought you meant that. Never mind. Um. Alright. Let's make sure my timer works. Alright, so timer starts now. So a big part of this game is mashing text. Like if you can mash text optimally, you'll save quite a bit of time. Oh, what the? So this game has notoriously long loading screens, but you'll get used to it. Everybody does. It's just the nature of the beast. As you can tell, my video quality has drastically jumped from the last time I streamed this game, because I'm not on $5 S video cables anymore. Thank God. Okay, that was good. As you can tell, this game is heavily inspired by Don Bluth. Like, His art style is everywhere in this game. Like, even the rock textures look like something out of Land Before Time. It's very, very heavily inspired, I'm pretty sure. Like, I can't confirm it, but I'm gonna say it is, for the sake of it. Also, I'm not playing on a CRT anymore, so my skill's gonna be slightly gimped. Oh boy. Man, I'm already losing time. Nice. The reason I'm not playing on CRT is because I don't currently have a splitter for S-video cables, which I will get in the future. I hope. They're not that expensive, I don't think. A couple bucks. Shit. Crap. I'm used to like faster inputs on a CRT, so when I come out of a cutscene on an LCD, to compensate for the input delay, I have to mash harder. And because of that, I can jump out of a cutscene a lot easier. Come on. Why is everything harder on an LCD? I don't understand that. Like, if you press the jump button, you can literally feel the delay because of how long it takes you to jump. Same with tech smashing. Or you can physically see the delay on the TV. It's pretty bad. I'll get used to it. Your mind adjusts to lag more than you think. I've proven that with Toy Story 2 and 64. Like, if you play that for a few days, you don't even really see the lag anymore. I think I'm gonna change my deinterlace here real quick, because that shaking screen crap is annoying. MS Paint, you say? My favorite kind of my favorite kind of paint. What the? Wow, I like how I get that on an LCD. I can't get it on a CRT though. Do not screw me over. At dupes, at PTS dupes. Oh, that dupe's gonna, yep. Okay, I don't really like this angle. Yeah, I found a strat just about 3 days ago for tournament. Makes it like 30 seconds faster. The thing is, it's really hard though. I don't know if I can get used to this TV. I'm struggling with the easy levels already. Yeah, say it's 30 seconds. Roughly 30 seconds. It's probably more like 25, but in reality, it's probably 30. If, you know, I had to guess. No way. I'm already making mistakes I shouldn't be making. I might have to go back to CRT. I'm afraid. Oh boy. B-Hill choking Gerdy, what's new? When I've played this game at least like 100 times now to completion. I say just go for it anyway. I think I can get used to this TV again with this kind of play, but it's gonna take a lot longer than it would on a CRT. Just feels like everything's slowed down when you're playing on digital output. Like everything feels like it's like considerably slowed down in pace. And that's what I do with most of the stuff I do. I just go for it. I question things later usually, and it usually comes back to haunt me though, so I guess tread lightly with that. I always thought like a CRT might be a placebo, but I don't think it is anymore. I think CRT is actually like considerably better to play on than this, and I can definitely tell. And I've been playing this game on CRT for over a year now. Hey, what up, Peter Afro? Beat! I missed a movie watch day. Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna be gone tomorrow for most of the afternoon, but I'll see if I can get it in after. I don't know what time I'm gonna get home though. I'm assuming like 5, 6. Oh, Peter, are you excited for Glass? I'm super excited now because I noticed something in the trailer I didn't notice right away, and it makes it even more like hyped. Oh yes. David Dunn staring down the beast, like not even afraid. Oh, that's incredible to me. I have a feeling he's gonna close the trilogy how he started it, a masterpiece. I watched the ending of Split for the first time, and now it makes a lot of sense to me now that I've seen it. I don't want him to make more than 3 movies though, because that'll break the illusion of what it's probably supposed to be. You know, the 3 stories that he originally planned. I don't really think he should make a 4th, like at all. Yeah, same. Of course, I lost time. Nice. It could end up like Marvel, post like 2009, where everything just started to become really cringy, like really fast. Like Iron Man was a surprisingly good superhero movie, and then like I don't really like a lot of them after that. I feel like I'm losing time on this TV because of the mashing. I really like the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans though, except for 3 obviously, but 1 and 2 is really good. Um, if there's a significant amount of input delay, the text mashing becomes different, like how you have to do it. And if you're used to doing it one way, you'll lose time automatically because of that fact, because it won't work the same. Really? That was almost bad. No way! I blame the TV. Like, it has to be. I never do this on CRT. Or maybe it's just a placebo, like I mentioned before. Or it's like the psychology that you're on something different, and that could fuck you up, you know? Or screw you up, sorry for the language. Really? I was about to say. There's no way that would have happened on my other TV at all. I can go back to crappier quality cables, but I really don't want to do that. What is that, Pete? I don't know what that is. Come on. What the? I've never heard about that in my entire life. Yeah, I'm going back to CRT. I can't do this. There's no way. I'm special, Pete. I don't know anything. I do understand the Unbreakable trilogy really well so far, though. Like, I'm already making guesses on what the plot's going to be in Glass, because I understand the source material so much. Ooh. Lost some good time there, too. This game's surprisingly, like, fun to run when you have people to talk to. And, like, opinions to say and, like, conversations to start. Like, when you're grinding, like, with no mic and, like, full concentration mode, this game's so much harder than it needs to be. So Herdy Gerdy is a 3D action platformer hybrid where you not only platform and collect bells and other collectibles, you also herd animals using magical instruments. How do you... How do I Herdy Gerdy? I've been playing this game a long time now, and you just learn how to do certain things right and fast that nobody else really knows how to do, because it's like just from beating it into you. Maybe I should get used to this TV. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. I'm thinking about it, because it's worth the video quality upgrade. No, I am not at C&D. I wish. It's really hard to be on pace on these splits for the first 44 minutes, because they're basically best for my skill, I think, on the splits. It's like one mistake and I've lost 10 seconds easily, and you can't get that back until like after 44 minutes. So it's really, really important you don't mess up in the first, like, I'd say 50 minutes of the run, because otherwise you're not in good shape. This is probably the hardest speed game I've ever had to, like, you know, optimize on my own, because nobody's gonna speedrun this like I do. At least not for now. Thank you, PVTCB. Bun! How does the quality look, Bun? How did I lose that time? Yeah. Yeah, it's surprisingly good colors and stuff. But unfortunately, I can't play it on a CRT right now. So I'm kind of nerfed on my skill. I'm trying to understand how would I get the S video into the capture card and then split it into the TV with what I have now. I think I need like one more component. I'll have to look into it. I'm sure I have a solution sitting in my house right now. I just haven't figured out I have tons of like splitter equipment, like besides the powered splitter. Yeah, I'm waiting on the last S-video end cable thing, or the dual-sided. I'm assuming that's gonna make me be able to split it. I'm not used to using a powered splitter, you see, Bun. I've always used like non-powered, like really crappy ones. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how everything works. So I'm guessing the S video goes into the front of the powered splitter, and then through the back, you use the cable. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm getting it tomorrow so I can test it. Oh, definitely. I noticed the quality change immediately upon booting up. And the sound even sounds better. There's no like muffled audio, or like pixelated audio as I call it. The way I see it, CMD, just use the TV that you like. That's what I do, because I have two CRTs. I know there are some LCDs that have like a game mode that apparently lowers lag, but I think that's BS. I don't trust that at all. Because you still have a digital signal, so the input delay is still going to be pretty bad. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be fun, Bun. Lifting that booger up. Make sure you put some ass into it, or butt into it, sorry, at PVTCB. How do I keep losing time? I'm failing to understand this. Even like 10-inch CRTs are like 40 pounds. It's actually incredible how much they weigh. $70. That's still a lot of weight for something so bulky, and it can flop over and hurt you really bad. I'm really careful when I have to lift a TV. I make dang sure that I'm careful, especially if it's a CRT, because that can really, really hurt you if you're not careful. Imagine going to the hospital and telling the doctor, I was picking up my my 100-pound TV and it just fell on me. Like, not bad. Oh, it's not one of those curved ones, like one of my CRTs is. Those are the worst. And they never put handles. They never put handles on any CRT back in the day. Like, why didn't somebody sit down and say, hey, can we put handles on the sides of the TV? No, no, we're good. Can you just imagine going like, how many years the CRT was out, and nobody thought of that? Uh, that never happens on CRT. Oh, okay. I didn't think any CRTs had handles because I've owned a ton of CRTs and not a single one has had handles. So if I use the composite to or the composite to S video converter, would I lose quality? I'm assuming I will, because you know it has to literally change the signal. Only one way to find out, I suppose. On the CRT, yes, and not on the capture card. Okay, thank you. Because a lot of people online tell me not to use video converters. Because you can get some nasty quality drain. Yeah, I don't care about the CRT quality, I just care about the capture quality. Because CRT isn't exactly like, you know, it's not going to look HD. So I put the converter on the end of the yellow, or the video on the CRT, and then I run the cable um, to the splitter itself, and then run. Wait, wouldn't I need two for that though? Oh, I wonder. I'm just so used. I've never done this before, so I'm just trying to run my head like at how this capture actually works, because I'm so used to the other setup. Wait, I think from starting at the console and go down. Okay, so the console has three ends, obviously. Yeah, console goes to splitter. And then from the splitter, one end goes into the capture card and the other to the TV. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I got it. If I'm using S video into the console, am I allowed to like split composite into the CRT using the composite out? I don't think it works like that. No, it doesn't. I just progressively keep losing time. Like 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there. And since the signal is powered when split, the composite converter isn't going to affect the SVO signal. Okay. If it was non-split, it'd be an issue, obviously, but it's not the case here. And it depends entirely on cable length if you're using non-splitters or non-powered. Like the shorter the cable, the more ideal. Because electrical signals weaken if they have to travel long distances, obviously. You know, it's basic science shit. Crap, excuse me. So when I get the cable tomorrow, I'll check, see like how to do it. Nice Roblox death sound. They totally copied that from this game. Let it be known. Unless the twist is that the Roblox death sound has been a stock sound for decades, which is quite possible actually. I'll look at your message in a second, but I can't look away from the screen when I'm doing this level because it's very difficult to like maintain dupe order and stuff. But yeah, I'll read it in a second. Hello? So I'm glad that this game looks good on this cable. I'm very glad for that. No, no, no. That's literally the worst case scenario there. Yeah, monster video cables are surprisingly good. I might, in the future, I might invest in a monster cable for other consoles I own, because they're really good quality. No! No! Don't do this to me! No, don't do this to me! Where are the other ones? No! I am not playing very good right now. Excuse the bad Herdy and Gerdy at PBTCB at QuickFest SpeedFest 2. Oh my god! This never happens! The input delay is very noticeable. If that's what you're talking about. This LCD is from like 2004. So as you can imagine, it doesn't have anti-lag. Yeah, this stuff usually never happens when I play this game. Let me put this into perspective. When you play this game on CRT, bun, Gerdy jumps really fast and instantly. On this game, it takes like quarter of a second. I think it's like quarter of a second. Oh no. And I messed that up too. Nice. That's why I can't wait to be back on CRT. This stuff is this TV's not good for consoles. Neither is my 60 hertz. Oh, any PSD is really bad on HD TV, even if you have like low latency mode. Hey, what up, Bun? So I have a question, Bun. Since I'm only getting one S-video cable, you know, that's side by side or side to side, is that going to be enough to split to the CRT and the capture card? I think I might need to. I was thinking about that earlier. Unless it is two cables that come with it. Oh, I have another. Oh, yeah, I do have two S-video cables. Yeah, I do. I completely forgot I did. Are you talking about like S-video like double ends or actual S-video cables themselves? I'll make the setup work either way. I'll make it work. Hopefully. I have like... Oh no, I don't have any S-video male to male, only composite male to male. No worries, I'll make it work. I got this. I'll figure out a way. I'll just buy a second one. Later, of course. I can't spend any more money right now. I'm already like wasting my bread money. Oh, this is going really badly right now. Uh-oh. Can you mail me a second S-video mail to mail? Because I would really appreciate that. And this is going horribly. I don't even know what to do. I don't know the backup. I don't even know the backup. No, I have plenty of RC mail to mail. I just need S-video mail to mail, like a second S-video one is what I need. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. Once I have the second S-video, I should be good at that point. up the... I love this game. It's incredible to me, like, some of the stuff that happens in the speedrun. Considering when you're at my kind of skill level. Just send me a Twitter message when, if you can send, or once you, like, send it or whatever. That way I know. Oh, goodness. Oh yeah, good point. This game is literally not being nice right now. I don't know what to say. Hey, at least we're not gonna be behind anymore. Or ahead anymore. So that's always a good thing. Oh, goodness. I kind of figured that you would need two S-video connectors. Like, I was thinking to myself, how's one gonna work? Like, it's not going to work. So I'm glad that we had this discussion. Alright, can we get the jump on LCD? Let's see. Nope. Nice, got it. I'm the king of that jump, reminder. Nah, we're good, CMD. Right now I'm only about 4 minutes off my PB, so I'm still under estimate by like 4 minutes. Give or take. Oh hey, it's the leprechaun from the Leprechaun horror movies. Don't touch me, go, Jeff even might. Yeah, I'm Peter Afro's friend. Yeah, I love it. This is my favorite game of all time. this RNG is. This RNG is just not good, of course. This is literally the worst RNG you can get. Or, I think it's bottom 3. I don't know, like, what tier it is, but I think it's, like, bottom 3. Definitely. Actually, now I'm 6 minutes behind my PB. Good enough. Get off me gold, you thieving mite! Well, early game's done. Let's enter mid-game, shall we? Yeah. I can't right now. I'm too tilted. I'm thinking about doing more Ruggies speedruns. Ruggies time travelers on a GameCube GBA player. Cause that's a real man speedrun. Ruggies! Ruggies! Noogie! Yeah, I can, sup. I just didn't answer. I'm sorry I didn't answer you before. Reminder, I have the world record in this game because I'm good at this game, and that's all. And nobody has speedrun it but me and one other dude. And the one other dude was basically a let's play with a slightly formulated route. I may or may not have consumed alcohol beverages before the stream. That's up for you to decide. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya, Capri Dog. I feel like you could easily get English world record with very little effort. I guarantee you English is like 10 minutes slower than this version. I estimate it's roughly about 10 minutes. It could be lower, it could be higher. Don't really know. Really? What the heck is this RNG? You know what? You know what, we're going hard. So, in your opinion, at Private Cinnabon, how good does this game look on these cables? Ruggies! Nuggies! Ah! Nuggy Ruggies! It's probably the best you're gonna get for this game. Because this game is surprisingly hard to capture in good quality, even if you have like the equipment for it. I've noticed. It's probably because it's a 240. It's one of the rare occasions on PS2 that the game's 240 instead of 480 or 360 or whatever. I can still save a minute and a half on these splits. Like, what? I could still save a minute and a half even when I'm 6 minutes behind. I do not understand like how bad my PB can be. Like a 207 is not even a bad PB, and yet it's this bad for my skill level. How low can I really take this game in the broad look of things, you know? I'm thinking 205 is going to be the end point for this category with the current route. But I don't, maybe 206. I'm going to say 206. A nice jump. I think this is what I'm going to do while I wait for my S-video cables to arrive. I think I'm going to use the converter for the composite and just go into the composite end and into the CRT. It'll degrade the quality a little bit, but I don't really care. I need to go back to CRT so I can get the really, really good PV. Because I feel like I'm like an inch away, like less than an inch away from like my skill level run. Now that I have notes for the quiz, and I won't. Yeah, this is PS2, very, very early PS2, basically launch year. Well, 1 year after launch year. I got the magical pushy gloves. I can push things now. This game has shell shading that predates Wind Waker by a good year, I'd say. Good year or 2 years. It's not the first game to use cell shading, but it's one of the first 3D ones for sure. Cell Damage, this, and I think like 2 others. Because this game went into development far, far before Wind Waker did. Because this game went into development in 1997, and it was supposed to be a PS1 title. It got delayed at least 3 times, I'm pretty sure, for the finished product. Maybe it was for the better that it got delayed that many times. Because who knows what this game could have been if it, you know, didn't come out like this. It could have been just a generic collectathon with no, like, unique aspects to it. I know Gerdy was originally a bear, like a small little bear that you control in the original concepts of this game. And then he got changed to like a red-headed farm boy, and then this character. Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? I would give an arm, literally an arm, to see like the original build of this game, like before they injected all the weird ideas that became this game. I wonder what this game looked and felt like. I can only imagine. With like PS1 era polygons. I have something that possibly has the dev kit on it. I don't have a console to play it on. Or a way of getting to it and playing on it correctly. And that was a really slow bleeps. This game went through some cosmetic changes, like in this style too. Nice. One of which is this Gerdy had a bell scarf. A pink bell scarf that you can clearly see in some of the demo videos on YouTube. And also, we theorized that the scarf could be on the whatchamacallit, the not for resale disc. And there might be a way to get to it using like Game Shark or something. But that's left to be debated. If I can get an action replay code that gives him the scarf, I don't care if it's cheating, I'm doing runs with that. Like, in a way it's not really cheating because it makes the game actually harder. So how could that, well, I guess it could be considered cheating, but either way I'd still do it. The rules can blow me. Excuse my language. Yeah, it doesn't alter like the actual game itself, you know how the game functions. It's not really cheating. Okay, that was a good bleep. Surprisingly fast bleep. I like how I get super slow second bleep and really fast third bleep. Gold pace fast if I were doing good. So coming up is my favorite level of the game, the Ancient Temple. It's the one I remember the most as a child, and the one I really like to play the most. And it has some lore from the game, which I like. How did I never notice that before? Huh. People underestimate how much I really like this game. I don't think a lot of people could even tolerate this speedrun, even if they like the game. I am 7 minutes behind my PB. There's 0% chance, negative 100% chance I could PB. I usually enter this level at like 56, I think. Yeah. Really? Camera! Camera, where are you? I'd say 215 right now. That's if I'm lucky. So about estimate, if I don't mess up anymore. Yeah, I'm switching to CRT after this run. I'm not even gonna like debate the fact that playing this game on LCD is not good. Nobody can convince me because I played on CRT. I can't go back. I may lose a little bit of my video quality, but I can probably get around that with tricks. Maybe switch to a different capture card. Because I have 2 other capture cards just laying around. This game's terrible. Unless you're on CRT for the speedrun. Everything feels like delayed, like a slow-mo, basically. Yeah, I'm 7 minutes off my PB. I could still save like a minute and a half in this game though. I think I'm going to PB one more time in this category and then do 100%, but that won't be for a very long time. Nuggies! Nuggies. Don't worry, that can't happen, by the way. So don't room me out yet. Or I can get soft lock and the entire run's over. If you want things like that. Reminder, I got this Japanese PS2 for basically nothing about a year ago. Oh yeah, level select though. I always forget that's a thing in this game because I never used it as a kid and I never really used it now. It always surprises me how not many people even know that this game exists. Like, considering that it has a huge, like, following, a very, very large following in the UK, but virtually no following here. Yeah, the only way you can get around region locking is through soft mods or hard mods, but if you have a 90k Slim, which is the fastest for PS2, then it's irrelevant because you can't mod those. So, kinda out of luck there. Actually I'm wrong. Some PS2s can't, or some 90Ks can't be modded, but if you ever find a 90K PS2, I guarantee you probably won't be able to mod it. Because of the simple fact there's very few 90Ks that you can mod. Like both of my 90Ks you can't mod, because it has the serial number D on the sticker. D means unmoddable for 90K. A and B I think you can, but C and D you can. You can buy a PS2 to USB adapter for $5 on eBay if you need to play with a PS2 controller. And then you plug the PS2 end into the adapter, then plug it into the USB port. Yeah. I have one that I use for Toy Story 2 PC version. No. It's basically what it is, Toxic, is one end of the device has a USB end that you plug into the port, and then the other end has the PS2 controller end. You just plug the PS2 controller into it, and then you can use any PS2 controller, even third party. They're made from China, but I guarantee you they work, because I have one. I cannot play Toy Story 2 unless I'm on a PS2 controller. See, my strat works. Nice. I guarantee you can get a PS2 with that game for under $50 if you do it right. I've bought pretty much all my PS2s for under $50. I think all of them I have, actually. Even my Japanese one. Alright, let's see if I can get the skip. These are all the consoles that I currently own. 2 Dreamcasts, 1 GameCube, 2 N64s, and 7 PS2s. And a GameCube GBA player. I don't really count the Wii U and stuff because I don't use it. I only count the consoles I play on. So you basically don't even really own it if you don't play on it. It just sits there and collects dust. First try, let's go. Hey, yeah, I broke even. Nice. And I didn't even do the fast way to do it. I did the slow way to do the trick, and I didn't lose any time. So on that split, I could save probably 7 seconds optimally. 5 to 7 seconds. I don't care what anybody says, I found that trick first. Because Blue Light didn't even mention it to me until after I found the trick. So I think I found the trick first. I did find the Foxtown skip, so that's probably my biggest contribution to this game. Fun fact. The font I used is the same font used in the Herdy Gerdy game. That didn't work. Sure, dude. Just drive like 800 miles and come meet me? No, I'm joking. That's my favorite load screen in this game, is where Gerdy gets the swimsuit. That's my favorite load screen. It's just incredibly atmospheric, and it really shows you what the game is, what the game truly is, deep down. An artistic masterpiece, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like world record is really close. Like close in my skill level to improve in the world record again. I don't know how long it's gonna take, cause the thing about this game is when you're at my skill level for it, you could do 10 runs and not even PB, and then just randomly do a run a month later and get it. I'm surprised I got that jump on LCD, because that jumps really hard. Where am I going? Alright, dude. It's one of my favorite songs in the game. You can definitely tell who did. There was two composers for this game, Peter Kennelly and Martin Ivinson. You can tell which songs are Peter Kennelly's and which ones are Martin, because their styles are like 100% different. And that's what I really like about this soundtrack. It's dynamic. It changes itself without like changing the thing completely. And that's a sign of a good soundtrack, in my opinion, especially for the video game kind. If it can change itself midway and still sound like the same kind of theme, but like different notes. I do like the idea of a tutorial. I tried to make one, and it's a lot of work because it's a 2-hour run, so it'd be way over 2 hours for the tutorial. And that's why I've kind of not made it. I don't know. Navi. I do entertain the idea of it, though. I like how that honker didn't follow right away. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 7 minutes behind my PB. So what? I can PB very, very soon in this game if I try. Maybe after the run I'll hook back up to CRT and try again. College Junior is pretty good. I've only had it maybe once though. Little sliders. Little nabby. Of course the dudes aren't doing good right now. I think I developed a visual cue for this, but if not, I just do that because I think it works the same. How come I used to be able to do this good, but now I do it sketch? I'm not really understanding why. Maybe I did something different. Whatever. My ultimate goal with this game is to not truly optimize it, but to get people running it. If I could do that, then my job's done at that point. Then I've done the community a great service for this game. As deserved. So, if you guys have some like extra cash to spend, get like a Japanese PS2 with this game and go ham on it. It'd be worth it, I promise, if you like these kind of games. Or just do USA and get second place easily. I mean, I truly love this game. Like, it's definitely my favorite game of all time, and I still stand by that notion. It's just got issues like a lot of games of this era does, like some very bad issues actually. But if you push past the issues and realize what this game is, it's creative joy is what I like to call these kind of games, where like the creativity is so good that it brings you joy. If you like these kind of games, try it. Nah, I'm the only active runner, and even I'm not that active. This is one of the few games that I can honestly say is important to pop culture for video games because it tried to do something new. It didn't try to be like an epic game, it tried to do something new, and because of that I think it's a masterpiece, and just because of that fact. Like, this game didn't try to be like Ocarina of Time, it didn't try to be like Grand Theft Auto, it didn't try to be like any of those games, it just tried to be what it wanted to be, and for that it succeeds in my eyes. Uh-oh. Okay, I think that's enough. If you truly take the time to casual this game slowly, you'll realize that this game is very, very unique and special. It has heart. You can't say that about a lot of PS2 games that just try to copy other things. Like, look at all the GTA clones and stuff. Is anybody gonna remember those games like 20 years from now? But if people like start to play this game, I think it'll be remembered a little more because of what it tried to do. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this game looks. Like, it's artistically beautiful in my opinion. No, 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 no. I feel like games that try to do stuff new, like this game, they get thrown under the rug because they're not as like attractive as Mario and stuff. Like, I'm not saying those games are bad, or even like they should be recognized. I just feel like their time has been well over. Like, time to recognize some truly potential games. Like, if everybody just keeps focusing on Zelda, Mario, for instance, games like this just never get noticed. And if games like these never get noticed, game developers don't want to try to do unique things, and then you just end up with like GTA 5s every year. That's my philosophy on the nostalgia culture, and that's why I dislike the nostalgia culture. Because people focus too much on the successful games of the past and not games like this. Saitama, because he's invincible basically. Goku can die. I don't think Saitama can. And he defeats 99% of his opponents in literally one punch. Which possibly means Goku as well. To elaborate on what John just said, or to, add on to the conversation, nostalgia culture is hurting video games, in my opinion. It's not necessarily about liking the games you liked from your childhood, it's obsessing over the games that were already successful and leaving games like this, basically, who the fuck cares at that point? When you cater to the Marios and Zeldas, you hurt the game industry. And not for the better or worse, you just hurt it in general. Somebody has to say it, but not all Mario and Zelda games are good. And I'm not saying this game's good either because it's not. I'll be the first one to tell you. But when everybody like nut hugs Zelda and Mario, it really hurts. It really hurts video games as a medium, in my opinion. The main problem I see with this nostalgia culture is when you force people to play the Marios and Zeldas, they don't develop their own taste for video games. They develop your taste for video games. Like, when I was growing up, I played everything that I had. I just didn't play Mario and Zelda, for instance, you know? Yeah, I can respect that, Navi. Like, see, when people like, when I'm not, I can't talk right now. But if a game's a stress relief for you, then it's a game that you should be playing. Like, if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, you should play Sonic the Hedgehog," when you don't like Sonic the Hedgehog and you prefer Mario, see, that's fine. But like, when everybody suggests the same thing is when it starts to become a problem. At least in my eyes, it does. It creates this vacuum where if you don't play Mario or Zelda, you're not like a cool gamer, or whatever you want to call it. or that you're a lame speedrunner if you don't speedrun Mario 64 and you speedrun Toy Story 2. Because I don't know how many times I wanted to cave in and speedrun a popular game, just for the recognition. Yeah, exposure is definitely important. Ah, this part sucks. Oh yeah, I never really considered that aspect of it. Oh, and I'm probably gonna fail this. Oh boy. Let's try to take this a little slow here. Nope, failed. Nice. This probably isn't really the time and place to rant about this, and I apologize. Yeah. And that's why I respect people not playing this game, but deep down I wish people would, but I'm not going to like go into a stream and say, hey, do you want to play Herdy Gerdy? Or can you play Herdy Gerdy? I'm not going to do that because I respect the boundaries. Like, I want people to play this game that want to play it. I don't want people to play it just because I recommend it. If somebody's going to play this game, I want them to love this game, is usually the rule I have. Like, if somebody's going to play one of my favorite games, I want them to enjoy it. I don't want them to just be a chore. Oh, hey, a retro game, let's play it. That's the kind of thing I don't want to see people stream. Like, I want to see people stream games they like, even if it's like Mario 64. Like, it gives you that sense of, like, nostalgia that you had as a child when you pop in a PS2 disc or a cartridge. Like, it gives you the feeling that the person really connected with the game, and you can see it and appreciate it for what it is. And that's what I think being a gamer is, a video gamer of this long. It's that feel you get from playing the games you truly like. And not these hip new games, you know, for a better term. If you can sit down and play a game that you played as a child and still like it, you're still a video gamer, regardless of how much video games you play. Oh yeah, this game's like $2 online, Abby. I think what I've learned from being a speedrunner is not to be the best. Sure, being the best is fun. Being the best is fun, yes. But in my opinion, if you can sit down and just speedrun and have a good time, regardless of how good you are, I think that's the most important thing out of everything that you do for this. Because what drives world records? Motivation? And you have to enjoy something to have motivation. Being the best at something is fun, but I don't think that should be the whole package. Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. I just haven't been listening because I'm an idiot. For instance, somebody can randomly come and beat my world record in this game, very easily too, mind you. And I wouldn't be mad. In fact, that would motivate me to get better. So all in all, it'd be a positive thing. Like, somebody can beat Shift. Like, even somebody like Shift isn't untouchable. Like, somebody can come and beat that guy. Like, how he takes it is how I determine someone as a speedrunner. If you can take the rejection of being bopped from a world record, you're a good speedrunner. Like, if you can, like, literally look at that world record that you got beaten from and say, I can beat it, then you've done good. It's the speedrunner that gets mad when he or she gets bopped that I think needs to question their hobby. Because I've lost the Toy Story 2 road record. I don't even think I even got mad. Like, I was a little disappointed for like 10 minutes, and then that was it. Yeah, yeah. If somebody beat my world record in this, I could tell you right now, I would try my hardest to get it back. I wouldn't whine and complain and bitch like a little schoolgirl or boy or whatever. I would try to get it back. What am I doing? Yeah, keep your enemies close. Yeah, yeah. Because you ain't gonna beat it sitting there complaining that you lost or got beaten or whatever. You ain't gonna win by losing. And losing in this context is complaining about it. That means you're showing your weakness. Oh, no. Don't do it. I surprisingly did not get the moldy cutscene. Not bad. Gary Oak. You suck, Ash! It's funny how much I remember what his voice sounds like, his English dub voice, and I haven't heard it in forever. Yeah, you do this next. Okay. But that's my motivational speech. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Or, like, you know, took things from it. Because, like, I've been building up, like, my speedrun career for, like, 4 years. And, I feel like I could give a lot of advice. Because I see a lot of, like, new speedrunners do things that you really shouldn't be doing as new speedrunners, like going for free world records. I did that crap when I started, and it really hurt me. That's the one thing I strongly dislike about speedrunning culture, is that world record mindset. Like, you have to do it, or I don't know. It's like almost like a validation thing. It wasn't until I started this game is when I realized the error of my ways with that stuff. This is the game that made me want to be a good speedrunner, not a great speedrunner. Just a good one. Yeah, one of the champions has that. Or no, the rival does. I think it's called second round, or they call it. I forget the terminology for it, but they have a name for it in the Pokemon community when like the Elite Four changes Pokemon the second time. What is it? I know what it's called. I just can't remember. What am I doing? What am I doing? Do you know the Pokemon anime has 22 seasons? I think it's like 20 to 22. No, 21. And Ash never ages. I know that's commonly brought up, but I just think it's hilarious. Like how there's like a theory out there that only like a year has elapsed between all the regions. But how can that be? Like if you count all the day and night cycles, like my goodness, it's a lot more than that. It's probably just a continuity thing, like they don't want to age the character because of the video game. Because the Pokemon anime is based off Gen 1 games, very loosely, but it is based off of, so, yeah. 10 years and yet Ash and Misty and everyone's still the same age, nice. At Game Freak. Like, Misty's still like the same age, Brock is still the same age, Ash is definitely still the same age. All the rivals are still the same age, even Gary. I must say, I really do like Pokemon. Like, I've been recently playing through a Pokemon hack called Bronze, and it's reignited my love for the second gen of Pokemon. Like, it's easily the best gen in my opinion. Like the animations, how it looks, how it sounds, how it plays, it's just so much better than 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Pokemon's very addictive. Like, before I knew it, I sunk 6 hours into the game and had 5 badges in the first sitting. Or 10 hours surpassed actually, and I had 5 badges. Like, you get into this mindset where you have to like get a 6 Pokemon team rated out. And just the euphoric feeling of like destroying all the gym leaders of your 6 Pokemon team. It's incredible to me. Because it's one of the few RPGs that I can say that the progression feels like progression and not just like thrown in. Like the progression in the Pokemon games should be an example for all RPG games, I feel. Hey, I guessed it right. Because I have the notepad up with all the Japanese on it, and I'm starting to memorize it better. Let's see how much time that saved. Oh, I lost a minute, nice. How did I lose a minute? Whatever. Now it's time for probably my favorite level. I know I said Ancient Temple was my favorite level, but this is probably my favorite like visual level. Even though it's really short. And hey look, I'm actually finishing a run. It's called Foxtown Gates. It's my favorite level of this game visually. Yeah, Foxtown's really, really great 3 levels for atmosphere. I think in a way I've done this game great service by getting the word out there a little bit on it. I think it was always meant to happen like that. I feel because I was really the only person even growing up to like this game among my peers. A lot of people like Toy Story 2. That game doesn't even really need an introduction to most people. But this game, nobody really knows what it is. Okay. Ah, I messed up. I messed up the strat. So, and that's what I hope happens with this game. It pulls the Twin Sanity and becomes alive. There already is huge glitches in this game that save like 10 minutes. There could be another one found, but it's hard to find things in this game because it's so well made. This game is surprisingly well made. Like it's a hard sequence break kind of game. Good cue, good cue, good cue, good. But the thing is, this is a lengthy, hard speedrun. Not a lot of people would have the time or energy for it. If I ever learn Twin Sanity, I'm submitted to this marathon. Oh, definitely. Because I really enjoy Twin Sanity. Oh, yeah. Race you, one of the best players of the game. That'd be like if you raced me in this game. Just for the giggles, I'm gonna let this cutscene play out because we're so far behind or ahead still. It's only about 1 to 2 minute long cutscene.
すまんガーディ。ところでこんなところで何をしている？最近この町は安全ではないんだ。特に夜はな。
どうして？
知らないのかい？近頃グルーターという大食いの生き物がうろうろしていてね。毎日のように嵐やが
that my face one? That muffler?
奴らが食べる。私がパンを焼く。奴らが食べる。私がパンを焼く。奴らが。二度と来るな。なんてことだ。今となっては遅いか。あれが最後のパンだったからな。明日のトーナメント用のパンをどうやって用意しよう。
ルアンもトーナメントに出るの？
いや、私は客のためにパンを用意するだけさ。でもグルーターたちのせいでいつまでも揃わないんだ。
ねえ、僕があいつらを追い払ったらトーナメントに連れてってくれない？
いや、ダメだ。
I love this art style.
つくのは危険すぎる。それに。おい、魚！ またい綺麗な夜ですね。黙れ、夜出歩くな。ええ、しかし今日中に私がパンを焼かないと明日のトーナメントが。俺は黙れと言ったんだ。知ったことか。さあ、明日までにパンを作った方がいいぞ。パンを食べたのがグルーターだとは限らないから。日の出までだ、パンや。日の出だ。
あいつらが問題なのか。
こうしよう。私は店に戻るから、その間に君はあのグルーターどもを追い払ってくれ。いいかい、気をつけるんだよ。この町には衛兵もうろうろしているから見つかるなよ。
Now it's time for the best stage. And I am hungry. This game makes me hungry AF. I knew that was gonna happen. They barely touch something and they get separated. Like the edge of something. Whatever. Wow. Nice. Bad RNG. Watch your town here in a second. I'll hurt your Kurt. Oof. Isn't Velior gonna take over for you? Oh boy. I don't think you're gonna be able to stay up for that long. I highly doubt that. You'll be fine? Alright. I'm going back to CRT. I can't deal with this right now. This input lag makes this game way harder than it needs to be. I always thought like the whole like CRT and CRT debate was just, you know, like a placebo thing, but I honestly believe it now. Since I've been on CRT for so long, this is basically unplayable. Sure, some people do prefer LCD, but no thanks for me. PC games are different because they're built around the input lag, so you don't feel it as much. These games were meant to be played on tube TVs. Or they were designed around the tube TV frames. That's why they don't play very good on LCD, because of the frame skips. Or frame delay, which causes skips. Like, if you notice with a lot of retro games, the inputs are really quick. Like, you have to do them quick. And I'm wondering if that has to do with the tube TV thing. Like, because they were designing them around TVs that didn't have input delay. So there was no way you could judge a frame like you can now. And I'm wondering if that's why a lot of old games were faster paced, or they felt faster paced because of that. Because if you play any console game up to like Xbox 360 on an LCD, the lag is unignorable if you're used to CRT. Like, you literally, you can't unsee it when you've seen it before. And if you play like a modern console on a tube TV, you'll notice some weird things too, like how games function differently with the inputs. Like, text will be harder to skip. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at. Like, if you've noticed, if you play modern PC games on even a 60Hz LCD, which is the lowest denominator for them, you can't really notice lag because the games are designed around hertz. But if you play a modern PC game on a tube CRT PC monitor, you'll notice a difference, not because of the less lag, because the inputs won't work right. It's so noticeable once you see it. Alright, let's see if I can get the skip. First try. The door skip, first try both times. Now, I definitely found this trick. Blue Light didn't even know about it until I showed him. This is the biggest contribution I made to this game. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be difficult. The trick to this trick is to have the camera above Gerdy like a hawk. It makes the jump easier. I also came up with a strat for this. At least I thought it worked. Excuse me? Okay, this works, yeah. Let's wait till the baddie goes by. Of course. Come on. Wow. Of course I would get caught. Nice. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, nice. The guard spawned in there. Right. What the? If only I knew 3D programming, I'd love to make a game in this style. I can always learn though. There's just something so like attractive, like in a mental state about how this game looks and feels. It like tugs at you, you know? No way. Bad luck. Can you imagine if somebody tried to emulate this style? Like, I feel like if he or she like me knew about the style as much as I do, then I feel like the game could come out really good. Just for that alone. I know that's the hip thing nowadays, is to copy other things, but I don't know. I gotta do the door trick again. don't tell me it despawned. No. I was about to say. If the ledge disappeared, like it did that one time. There we go. I also found all these skips in this level too. So I pretty much found every skip in this game. Except for the item skip, which isn't used in this version. Found this skip famously too. Got it. Okay. Oh, what? What happened to the map? What happened to the map? This version in particular has a very notorious. That was the reason why I got that soft lock that one day. Because it despawned the gypsy thing, like it did with the map there. So that's really bad RNG. Yeah, this is the There's three more like sub stages left. You know, the tournament, but this is the final stage. You know, altogether. Or it's the last one up here on the map. still have about a little while left. The tournament! The tournament! In Japanese, it's tournament S. I think he's like 12 in this game. It says it in the manual, I'm pretty sure. Or 10 or 12. I'm gonna play the cutscene. Just to pad time. Dude, rip. Good question.
では、俺様がトーナメントの優勝者だと宣言しよう。
待て、ここにもう一人参加者がいる。
Mate means wait in Japanese. Mate.
いいだろう。もう一人負けたがってるバカがいる。
Yeah, Mata, yeah. I think it is. You wish, Capri? Round 2 is like 6 minutes long. I don't know. I'd be at the final round. I've just heard enough in anime to know what it is. You know, that kind of scenario. Now it's time for the best song of the game. Definitely the best song of the game. I haven't watched Tonigawa since episode 3 and it's on episode 7 now. I'm trying to wait till it's done so I can just watch it all at once instead of waiting each week. Best song in the game? Kaiji is the suffering pariah, and he became a legend because of it. Because Kaiji did what nobody else would do at the time, and stood up to the big guys, even if he lost. He did what no other loser on that show would even hope to do. And he got betrayed like 4 times. And he even got betrayed in the manga too, in season 3, or series 3. By Miyashi, or whatever the heck his name is. You know, the guy that he saved from the underground. He also killed Hyodo's son in the newest manga. Not you know, directly, but the gamble that they were participating in killed him. I want to see that animated one day, like that season. Just like Hyodo's reaction to his son being killed. Kaiji's the type of anime you don't really see, even with the good animes, you know, in terms of quality. I kind of want to watch Evangelion, because I've never seen it and heard good things. Then again, I do like mechs, so probably will enjoy it, but I heard it's got fan service and I'm not too big on that. Fan service ruins shonen mechs for me. I loved certain magical index, but like there were certain parts that made me like despise it greatly. Like, my god. Like, you have this epic story about like people with superpowers and you have to like pull that crap. Like, what the heck's wrong with the writer? Like, why spend all that time building it up just to be delve into joke tier when I pull that crap? Seems like a waste of time to me. Even Zatchbell had it a little bit. Nice. Dang. Are we gonna play this game today at Grump? I think I'm gonna get like a 226 or 7. Literally 20 minutes over as I guessed it would be before I started. I couldn't help you on that one. Round 3. I'm considering going back to Rugrats as a speedrun. I'm thinking about that sometimes. Game is so bad. Dear goodness. The game is like the definition of a meme game. Wait, what's Velior doing? We still do. That Capri. Oh, Oh, you mean that route? Okay, yeah, we don't do that anymore. That's the trick that saves 30 seconds? Because you don't have to get this grump sick and wait. Alright, time's coming up soon. Like really, really soon. I'll tell you when. And time.
どうだった？
君の勝ち。あなたの勝利です。新チャンピオンの誕生です。
I love it when he's like, championess, and Gerdy's like waving his arms out. Thank you for the good job.
これはお前のものだ。
This game sucks. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you later.